You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona.
Hi, welcome to the Question Reality Show. I'm Priscilla Leona, and we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Now, I just rewrote my show intro, so I am going to have to read from a paper. I'm always revising it. As you know, I've been doing this show for 22 years, and I just like to revamp the intro. I try to make it shorter and shorter and shorter. So here we go. All right, I'm Priscilla Leona. I am an independent film, TV, radio, and podcast producer, and obviously host of this show. And the Question Reality Show, in case you haven't tuned in, has entertained and educated. I have no idea. Oh, I'm back, I guess. The Question Reality Show has entertained and educated audiences for over 22 years. And what we do is we bring on a guest that can give you tips, advice, and resource information on how and what it takes to make it in show business. Hey, Jeff. Jeff Reynolds, I love you. I sent you let's roll, Doc. I guess you know Jeff Reynolds. Okay. Let's see. Oh God, I've lost my train of thought when Jeff Reynolds comes on. This is one of the most gorgeous men I've seen on the planet. He should be on a soap opera, every soap opera there is, because he's so gorgeous. Anyway, for 22 years with real world entertainment industry career advice, and we have Oscar nominees on the show. We have Emmy, Grammy, Tony Award winners. And then we have seasoned performers and rising stars. How many people have I seen that have been on my show and then they end up being in an A-list movie? A lot. Okay, so now what this show's mission is, we want to inspire you, to educate you, and motivate you to get out there and make it happen. So you will eventually walk that red carpet and be interviewed on E! Entertainment. That's what we want. So we ask the guests for tips, and again, advice and resource information to help you. So here we go. Now, you know what? We would love for you to follow us and subscribe to our channel if you don't mind. If you want to be a guest on the show to promote your products, showcase your products, I mean like books, your films, your new albums, as they call it, please feel free to contact me directly. And you can also go on our social media sites. I'm reading, that's why I'm looking over here. Go on our social media sites if you like. And again, what our show's intention and purpose is to inspire, motivate, and educate. So the guests are going to do that. So I'm hoping you feel like you want to watch our show once a month. I used to do it every week. I got burned out. 22 years. I'm like, no, I can't do it anymore. We're only doing it once a month. I can't. So once a month is not too bad to join in for the show. And just also the guests on our show, we would love for you to follow and subscribe to their channels as well. Everybody needs a little thumb, and that's how we do it. That's the new way of the world. It's the new world. So hopefully our professional will spotlight his activities to the point where you feel inspired to follow him or her. Okay. Email PriscillaLeona@yahoo.com, PriscillaLeona@yahoo.com. Website, QuestionRealityRadioShow.com. That's when I was on the radio for decades. Facebook at Priscilla Leona. Facebook, Question Reality Show. Hold on, I got to turn this page over. There we go. Instagram at Priscilla Leona. YouTube at Priscilla Leona. TikTok at Priscilla Leona, and Linktree Priscilla Leona. Do you notice a pattern here? My tip every week is keep it consistent. Keep your social medias consistent. The experts say the more that you keep it consistent, the easier you are to find. And that's just logical common sense, right? I mean, there are so many people, though, I notice, sadly, that when you meet them at a party and they're networking, they'll have, oh, yeah, my Facebook, Susie Sunshine. And then on Instagram, Susie Come Lately, or it's just all over the place. And if you do that, you are going to fail. If you fail to plan, then plan to fail. And please plan that you get everything consistent. Trust me, it will make a difference. Now, for the fun part, the best part of the show, introducing the guest. I'm going to read their brief bio. He is Doc Skinner. Doc Skinner, I would love for his areas. Oh my gosh. Can you make it big? There you go. I love that. Doc Skinner is a multiple award-winning filmmaker, producer, director, screenwriter, actor, stuntman, and musician. And feel free, as you can see, feel free to ask questions via the comment section during the interview. He's here. If you want any questions answered, he will answer them. And also, we ask that you explore our archives of past guests. And again, we've been on the air from 2003 until 2025. So you can do that via YouTube at Priscilla Leona. And look at that picture. I love that picture of him. I love it. That's my favorite. And let's see. Now, he has look at all of his awards, so neat on the mantle, all dusted and fluffy looking. I love that. Love it. Now, Doc has over 30 years in the entertainment industry. He's been around the block. And tonight he's going to share insights from his career. And he has worked in partnerships with, are you ready? With Disney, Universal Studios, Steven Spielberg, and more. Now, if that's not enough to perk your ear up, because we're going to ask him all kinds of questions. How, when, why, what, where, how? Okay. Now, Doc's appearance on the show will spotlight his new book series called Fly. And hopefully we can get to the picture of that. There you go. Fly, The Rise of Jet Parker. I love it. It's very spacey. And also his upcoming feature film, which is called Fly, The Rise of Jet Parker, as we see on the screen. And we're also going to dive into the world of body flight. Now, I had never heard of body flight. What the heck is body flight? We're going to learn something new today. It's a sport that embodies high-flying fun and the values of good sportsmanship. Now, I read that and I thought that would tell me, oh, Mr. B and Friends. Hi, everybody, to you. Hello, Mr. B and Friends. I guess you are a friend of Mr. Skinner. So hopefully you can come on and ask a question in the comment section. Well, welcome. We welcome you. So let's see. Oh, what we were talking about. Okay. And I read that and I still couldn't understand from that definition what the world of body flight is. So hopefully he can give us a more terse, concise definition of what that is. I was going to look it up, but I just didn't have time. And then additionally, there's Martina Webster. Two of my favorite people are you and your daughter, Delia. Oh my gosh. I wish I could just squeeze you and put you on top of a cake, but you still be alive. and little miniatures. Woo! We got Paul Marsh joining in, also a friend of Doc's. Thank you, Paul Marsh. We're never going to get through this intro, but thank you and welcome. Okay, so additionally, tonight we're going to discuss the huge opportunity that came to Doc that led him to being the manager of one of the most lovely men I have ever met. And his name is so Doc Skinner became the manager of Sir Earl Toon Jr. Now, if you don't know who he is one of the founding members of the legendary and iconic musical band Kool and the Gang. What? Never in my life when I was a kid listening to Kool and the Gang, never ever did I think I was going to meet him, let alone become a friend of his. I could not believe it. And so many things have happened like that to me. Like I became friends. I was watching a show called What's Happening back in the 70s. I was a little girl, but I loved the music, and I ended up becoming very great friends, like super close friends with the star of the show. And I just couldn't believe it. I look back and I think, wow, I can't believe it. Mr. B and Friends Fly, The Rise of Chet Parker is an excellent read. Well, good. Hopefully, Mr. B and Friends, maybe he can do like a little excerpt. I wasn't planning for that, but I'm going to ask him. Maybe he could just do like read one paragraph for us. But anyway, so I am friends with Sir Earl Toon via Martina Beat Webster. If it wasn't for her letting me be an associate producer on two of her films, I would have never gotten to meet Sir Earl Toon Jr. Wonderful, lovely man, so nice. And so Doc Skinner is his manager, and Doc recently directed Sir Earl Toon's globally recognized Christmas music video, which I have not seen yet. I am embarrassed. I didn't even know that he had a Christmas music video, but it's called This Is All I Want for Christmas. So maybe you can go to iTunes. Maybe they have it listed. I don't know. And you can buy it, or you could go to YouTube and watch it. We'll find out from Doc more. Now, this video that Doc did has taken honors at numerous international film festivals, including Cannes Film Festival, our favorite. I have a friend that works at Tribeca Film Festival, so I better be careful and not say that's my favorite, because Tribeca used to be my favorite. Well, they're both my favorite. I love them. I love them both. Some of Doc's past and upcoming credits include Fly, The Rise of Chet Parker. He's the writer, producer, and actor. #Blessed, which is from the daughter team of Martina Beat Webster and her daughter Delia Webster. My God, these two are so talented. Oh my God, wait a minute. They're not only, Delia wrote it, and Martina Beat Webster is the producer, executive producer, but you have got to read the books that Delia Webster has written. They are incredible. So check her out on Amazon. Jeff Reynolds, Doc is one of the greatest minds in our industry. Oh my God. Now I'm intimidated, Jeff Reynolds. I'm intimidated. Oh, Martina, it's on YouTube for sure. And Delia wrote it, and Donna Britton, believe it or not. I don't know what that means, but I can believe it. I'll just say, yes, Martina Beat Webster. I believe it. I love her name so much. I have to say all three, the whole thing. Martina Beat Webster. She's wonderful. But #Blessed is a very inspirational family Christmas film. I am obsessed with Christmas, and so is Martina. And that's something that we spoke about. And I had asked if she ever worked on any Christmas films, if she would do the honor of letting me be associated with it. So I was associate producer on #Blessed, and you should see it. So it's streaming on all the platforms, which I understand. So I think it's on. Martina, if you're listening, which streaming platforms is it on? I know it's on Netflix. I ended up buying it, I think, from Netflix, but let me know what other platforms it is, because I'm going to ask people, watch it for Christmas. Watch it now. I watch Christmas movies all through the year. I record them and on my DVD player and watch them because I love Christmas. Now, he also was in Turnover, which I was also an associate producer, written and, well, I hope I'm not wrong, but definitely directed by Linda Palmer, one of the most professional, super cool people in the business. And I will tell you that, unfortunately, most of the time when you get started in the business and you do free work for independent films, and it used to be you were guaranteed copy credit and food. Oh, good. Martina Beat Webster said it's on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Up TV, Faith and Family, Pure Glix. I think that might be Flix, Pure Flix, and more. But maybe there is a Pure Glix. There's about 4,000 platforms now, if not more. But go there, and I'm telling you, this movie is fantastic. Oh my God, it's so inspirational and motivational. It's great, great. The lead actress is incredible. So definitely go and purchase that and watch it. Fantastic. Turnover. As I was saying, Linda Palmer, one of the most professional people in the business. My God, this woman's incredible. Oh, it is Pure Flix. Wow. Oh, amazing. Okay, Pure Flix. Yes. Now, also, Doc Skinner was a voice and animated character on a film called Friendlians, and he was producer, editor, and director on Antarctica by Sail. Who Saw the Men in Black? He was an actor on that. And Operation Rock the Troops, he was a narrator and actor on that. So as you can see, he gets around, child. He gets around town. He is up in his game every second, which is what we need to do in life. Now, let me give you his social links so you can go and subscribe and give him a little thumb up. And I see something down the bottom. Paul Marsh, the White Mountains is going to be the go place for family-friendly films. Oh, Paul Marsh. Paul Marsh, the White Mountains is going to be the go-to place for family. Oh, we're interested in that. Are there a lot of production studios now being built, Paul Marsh? Make sure you tell us. And why do you feel like it's going to become the next big family-friendly film production studio? We'd like to know that for sure. Because they're saying Georgia is the new Hollywood, but I don't know. They've been saying that a long time. They do film a lot of stuff there, but they film a lot in Canada too. So LA, unfortunately, here they are driving productions out with the high rates and prices that they charge for permits, etc. Okay, so Doc Skinner social links, website 1028-productions.com. Again, 1028-productions.com. Oh, Paul Marsh says, with Martina and Doc, it will be... Oh, with Martina and Doc, it will be. Well, there you go, Paul Marsh. Let's make it happen. Okay. And Facebook, he's at Doc Skinner 1028. He's on Facebook, Fly the Rise of Jet Parker, and YouTube 1028 Productions, and IMDb Doc Skinner. Oh, Jeff Reynolds. Woo! I'm over here now. I wanted to hang with the amazing Martina Webster. Oh, that means you're in Arizona, I assume. When you say I'm over here now, it makes me think you're in LA, and I would come and capture you and drag you to my boudoir. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God, I talk so dirty. I'm always flirting with people. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm Irish. I'll just that's my excuse. I'm Irish. Okay, so again, we are going to bring. Oh, I have questions down here. Jeff Reynolds off YouTube, now on Facebook. Oh, well, thank you, Jeff Reynolds. We're about to bring. Oh, Jeff Reynolds, you know I love you. Just expect the next time you're in town, there will be some caressing involved. I cannot think that I could get a moment with you without giving you a little squeeze. Okay, let's bring Doc on. All right, without further ado, let's bring on the wonderful Doc Skinner. Yeah, I wish we had like band sounds and wind blowing through our hair and all kinds of cinematic, dramatic. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your time and effort to be on here to help the guest, Doc Skinner. Any tips, advice, resource information? Oh, Mr. B and Friends. Do you know him, Doc?
Yes, he's my friend in Australia.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to go to Australia. Ooh. And Paul Marsh, what an intro. I know Doc Skinner gets a special, excited intro. Yeah, Jeff Reynolds says, yeah, buddy. Now, I was asking you this earlier, but you and I met, I believe, through Martina Beat Webster. And I had asked you, did I interview you a couple years ago at the Show Low Film Festival? And you said yes, but we had also met prior to that. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we met when you came in with a puppy and played your role on set of Turnover.
That's right. The dog Daisy, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh God, I hope I remember the name. Yes. Oh my gosh. What scene were you in?
I was in a scene where they're trying to figure out how to get the restaurant going, and then I was at the wedding scene, and then the table scene, which is what sold me to come do the part in the film.
Wow.
Because I wasn't going to do anything anymore. I was going to hide up here in the mountains, be done with the entertainment industry. And Martina, who I love her to death. She's my mentor, and her and Jeff. And she was like, "Well, you want to be in it?" I was like, "I'm good. I'm good." She goes, "Well, what if we give you lines?" I'm like, I'm good. I've been there, done that. And she goes, "Well, there's going to be that food fight scene." And I'm like, "Where do I sign?"
Who doesn't love a food fight?
Yeah.
Woo! Takes you back, doesn't it?
Ever since John Belushi in Animal House, I've always wanted to do a food fight.
Well, me too. Can't get anybody in California to do any food fights out here. Well, first of all, most of my friends are skinny and they don't even have food. They have salad. That's not going to do anything. Throw a damn salad, the leaves will fly and float like feathers in the air. Like, yeah, so I'm up for a good food fight. Martina and Dalia have to write a scene in their next film to put a food fight, like at Christmas, right? A Christmas scene where the family gets into a food fight. Let's do it. Are you in Martina's new movie, The Christmas Witch?
Yeah, actually, just 4 weeks ago, I think it was 4 weekends ago, on a Saturday morning, I did a cameo as an attorney in the film. So yeah,
I wish I lived in Arizona so I could get my fat ass in there and I could play Santa Claus. So yeah, keep that in mind, Martina. No, Mrs. Claus, because I think she was a little chubby too. So I could do it. So you, are you? Speaking of Martina, let's make sure. Well, I wanted to say, I think I've already said it about the streaming platforms, but you're an actor in the film. What was your role again in Turnover? What was it again?
Turnover. I was actually there. Martina wanted to pull me under her wing and teach me about producing films. It was one of the few aspects of filmmaking I hadn't really done. I mean, personal stuff, home films, but not professional. And anyway, she changed my life.
Really?
I mean, Martina really changed my life because I was up here before she was, and I was working with the Arizona State Film Commission, and was brought on as the first film resource coordinator. And I was assigned to the White Mountains. And Matthew Earl Jones, James Earl Jones, the brother, is the president of the Arizona Film Commission. So he goes, there's a woman from California who's going to be moving up here, and she's thinking about doing a film festival. I think you guys should meet. And we met. It was love at first sight. I just knew that we were going to be friends forever. And we were working on a project with Travis Walton from the movie Fire in the Sky, his real story. And we were talking with him about remaking it to where it wasn't all mucked up with Hollywood stuff, because like 50 to 60% of it was Hollywood. So he was like, I wasn't found naked in goo or anything like that. So we were going to do a more up-to-date version of the film where his son, Luke, was going to play him as, in the 70s. And then when we did a jump forward, he would play himself. And it would also have scientific evidence that has been collected over the years, like tree rings of the trees in the field where he was abducted, and how the trees, if you look at the tree rings when they did the core samples, you have your normal rings, and then there's this huge bulge with huge separations out towards the center of the field where the UFO was seen.
Oh.
And so that's why he won't tell anybody the exact location, because he doesn't want that area damaged, that they can continue with the scientific research. But we would put that implement it into the film. But then life, and then COVID and everything. So that got put way on the back burner. But we did other things. Martina did still does the film festival every year. It's a 5-star rated film festival.
Yes.
And, we have some amazing people there.
Do you remember, were you there when she let me interview the people that were going to be receiving awards? I interviewed 52, this is Martina said, 52 people in 2 hours. I no longer had liquid and saliva in my mouth. I couldn't believe it. I have never in my life, but afterward, I put that on my ring of achievements, because the Show Low Film Festival is becoming a huge deal. It's totally legitimate. Everybody screens. I want to point this out. A tip for people, because when you are at the last stage of post-production, one of the things you have to consider is having a budget. Paul Marsh, love the film festival and awards night. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
But when you have to, and so many people don't think about having a percentage for and a budget to enter film festivals. They are very expensive. And I gotta be honest with you, as a person who is a judge and screener, have been for 4 film festivals for over, I'd say it's going on 15 years now. And the Show Low Film Festival is so legitimate. Every film gets screened, and you say, well, of course I paid my money and my film's going to get screened. No. I have worked for film festivals. I will not say their name, but they're no longer here now, but they accept the money, Doc. And they do not screen your films. They don't even get looked at. You don't even get, and you know this, Doc, you're familiar with this. They don't even send you a note saying, yes, I was accepted, or no, I wasn't. Martina Beat Webster, everybody gets a notice whether their film has been accepted. They even get comments, and that's the only film festival that does that. And I know, because I work for 4 of them, and I'm so impressed with her and that film festival. And she does it up. I mean, everything is done so professionally, right?
To the hilt. Yeah, to the hilt. Right. I mean, she is such an epitome. I mean, when you think of a classy woman, that's Martina.
Oh my
and
God.
she's very meticulous.
Yes.
So that's why
Detail-oriented.
she's in charge of any contracts I have to deal with, anything, because I glitch when it comes
Yeah.
to money and contracts, so I have to have somebody else, and she helps me with that, and
Oh my
she's
I've never met anybody like her. It's not,
Mhm.
it's incredible. Oh, Paul Marcia saying top notch. Also, I want to address Nikki Nicole because Doc was talking, and Nikki Nicole, she is my cousin. She is the owner of a business called Feisty Femi, which is a company that you should check it out. If they're um, defense products. Like, for example, if you go out to the club and there's a man trying to hump your leg, you can spray his ass with her spray. She sells tasers, and she sells the pepper spray, and she's handcuffs. So check her company out. They have defense tools. I don't know the exact wording. I hope she doesn't mind, but it's feistyfemi.com. And she's also on, what is that company that sells independent things, Doc? Not Epsilon. Why do I think Epsilon? Etsy. Etsy. Oh, I missed a comment. Darn it. Jeff Reynolds. Doug Reynolds in the house, Doc. First
Hey, Doug.
live for him ever. We love you, Doc. Oh, Jeff is saying Sholo Film Festival rocks. It is the hottest film festival in the Pines. 100% attendance of filmmakers and perfect energetic networking at all events. Yes, she does the dinner, right, Doc? There's awards night. There's always such energy. It's totally professional compared
and
to
it's so professional. It's so professional that I've been a screener judge in the past, and so I can tell you there are films that did not even make it the first round.
Yeah.
I can tell you some funny stories, but that's
Yeah.
I'll leave it at Martina. And the other rule that she's very, very strict about it. I mean, she's been at award ceremonies with the award, and because they didn't show up, they didn't get an award. That's the rule. If you get chosen, I mean, every movie you see there are winners, yes, but that's not because we gave participation awards to everybody. It's because they were chosen for their categories and whatnot, and then it's left up to the judges as well as the public voting, where they get it in their book all the list of movies and they can pick their favorites, and it's like people's choice kind of award.
Yeah. And Doc, being a screener and a judge for many film festivals, and people know that, I always encourage them to enter the film festivals, right? Enter as many as possible. But what happens, Doc, is if they don't get chosen, they come after me. Like, I had somebody come after me. It wasn't Sholo Film Festival, but the girl came to me and said, well, you told me you recommended this film festival and I entered, and then somebody didn't pick my film and sent me a note back that said that it was amateurish and all these notes. And I said, well, I didn't screen your film because I don't screen my friends' films. I say, make sure you tell me what festival, because I'm not going to screen it. That's not ethical. And boy, they will come after you, won't they? But their film wasn't good enough, unfortunately. A lot
I'm
of
the same
people
way. I don't, when I have something I've submitted for that festival year, I do not judge. I step out because I don't want that conflict of interest.
That's right.
So.
I will not do that. But I just wanted to really tell you how wonderful the Sholo Film Festival is. And if you have a film, people, submit it. I don't know when. Then I think the viewing ends in August, right?
That's the deadline. And then the event's in October.
Yeah. So Jeff Reynolds is saying Northern Arizona filmmakers rock. Yes, they do. And you have a lot of rocks in Arizona. So that is apropos to your comment. So again, to finish that off, make sure, people, that you choose the film festivals that is the genre of your film. if you have a, say, I think most festivals are taking music videos, right, Doc? They're accepting
There's a
music.
lot that do that, and
Yeah,
student films, and
yeah.
even like really, really short films. So
Yeah. So make sure that the film festival you're choosing is apropos. For example, there was a person who I recommended a film festival, and they submitted a political film, and it was so one way that of course it's not going to be accepted. I wouldn't accept it if I were in charge. And then the person said to me, well, you recommended the film, and so that's the only down. I'm going to stop telling people that I'm a judge and screener. I'm not telling you anymore. Okay, so let's talk about Linda Palmer. Okay, so you were on turnover for a crew and an actor, and I know what you did, but what did you do on the crew? As a
I was kind of I was a mystery to everybody on set because I wasn't really introduced to anybody, but yet I was able to help accommodate anybody with whatever job set skill was going on. So they were like, this guy, he isn't a grip, he isn't cinematographer. What is this guy? Because he's running around doing all this stuff. And it was because I was learning to be a producer. And to
yes,
do that, you need to know everything. And I actually was interviewed on Monday with DJ or her name's JD, I think. Anyway, she asked me, what advice would you give? And
yes,
I would give two pieces of advice. The
yes,
first one is no matter what you're doing or who you are, or what position you're in, be kind to everyone. You
absolutely.
never know who that person is or who they're
Uh-huh.
connected to or related to.
Yes, that's true.
It could make or break you. And then,
Unfortunately, in LA, Doc, and I'm sure that you know this, in LA, everybody is judged by their appearance. It's sad, but if somebody sees that you're not someone that looks like you belong, AJ Dean, I don't
that
know.
was her name. I just can't think right off the top of my head.
In California, and this is advice for people, unfortunately, it you are judged on your aesthetic appearance. And so people who are not what you say, people who are kind, they judge you on your appearance, and they have no idea who you know. You can't, and then I have
It could
been
be
in
the
such,
writer of the, it could be
yeah,
the writer of this of the movie or the
that's right.
producer.
In a world where you can be anyone, be kind. That's what I say.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, Doc, had a saying. She said, you better be kind to the people on your way up the ladder, because you're going to see the same people on your way down.
And they won't catch you.
That's right. They're not going to catch you when your ass falling off the damn ladder. See ya. Oh, Martina B. Webster. I worked undercover on turnover for 3 days without anyone knowing. I was a producer too. You did? Oh my
Yeah.
God. I wonder.
She and I both. And they really didn't. At the end, when we finally wrapped, we were all at the Wardrobe House, which was down the street from the filming location. And we were all sitting on the patio. And that's when they were like, "Who are you?" I was like, "All right, this is what I am. This is who I am. I'm looking for people that I can rely on, that are responsible and dedicated to their craft, because I'm going to make a film, and so I'm headhunting."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
yeah,
that's another thing, Doc. Everybody is headhunted, whether you know them or not. So you better be kind to them, as you said, because you do not know who you're talking to. Don't judge a person by the way they look. Don't do it. It's not cool. It's tacky. It's unethical and unprofessional. So don't do that. No, go ahead.
And the second thing that I would tell everybody, which I was mentioning the other night, was when you're working on a project or on set or a theme park, whatever. Okay. When I was 17, I worked on the Batman stunt show at Six Flags as a stage tech. By the end of the summer, I got to drive the Batmobile, and I was blowing stuff up, and I was falling off buildings, because when I would finish my job, whatever that was, I would go to the pyro guy or the stunt guys, or the stunt women, or the actors, and I say, "Teach me what you know. I got time. Teach me what you know." And so I did. And by the end of that summer, I actually got to light the very first fuse of fireworks for the Ross Perot 4th of July spectacular at Ross Perot's. The guy who ran for presidency. Look at this chart. My name is Ross Perot. Yeah. So we had a golf course in Dallas, and I lit the very first ones my first time, and it was one of those that pop. They go out, and then it blows up, and it has a little that spin off.
Wow.
You seen those, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I lit it, and this thing went off about 5 feet off the ground.
Oh
And I'm just booking it. I'm just running. And this thing's like, and I dive to the ground. And the boss is looking at me. He's like, "Like the next one." I'm like, "Okay."
Wow. Oh, see, you got to do that. And you learn so much. And I wanted to point out that Dalia, Martina Beat Webster's daughter, there it is, Dalia Faulkner. I just got my copy of Doc's book yesterday. So stoked. Well, let's talk about that, Doc Skinner. What is this book? Give me the title and what it's. Oh, there. Oh, that's pretty.
Wait, hold on.
Open it up.
Wait. Let me switch this because I got the mirror thing on, I guess, on the video, and let me turn that off here so it looks normal.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I love the graphic design. Who did the graphic design for that? Are they real people or are they AI?
That's AI.
Wow.
But I wanted to show you, if you pull up the picture of the book covers.
Albert, pull up the picture of the book covers, please.
Thank you. I'll show you something really cool. Get you off guard with this.
Would you be okay just reading an excerpt? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right.
All right.
So as you're looking at the first one, these are the 3 novels and movies. But the first one, Rise of Jet Parker. If you look up at the gentleman in the top left corner, does he look familiar?
And wait a minute, I gotta take my glasses off.
Far top left corner of the first image.
Top left corner. Oh, next to the man that's floating in the air.
Yeah, it's the oldest man.
Older man. Do I recognize him? Oh my God, no, I don't.
That's Jeff Reynolds.
Jeff! Oh my God!
I hide all my friends in my.
He looks so young and robust. Wow. Oh, Jeff said that you owe him an autograph on his copy of his book. So make sure you do that, Jeff. We got to keep Jeff happy. And Dalia, now she got a copy of the book. And I was wondering if you could read me just a small excerpt from the book. Okay,
you were saying that earlier, so I was kind of like going, this would be the first time I've done that. You got the book in your hand,
so let's do it. Let's just do it. It's improv, honey. We're going to do it like you're on the stage. Right. Albert, can you put us back full screen? There we go. Doc's going to read my copy.
So the book is 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pages, okay?
5 pages. I don't need 5 pages, just one paragraph. Maybe that's, gives a very terse, concise idea. Like, for example, why would I buy this book? So you're reading this because you want people in the audience to buy it. So what would you read to get me excited and titillated? One paragraph, because we only have 2.
I like search through and find, but
what about the forethought?
Okay. The first thing, like my thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This is kind of fun. Wait, that's the first chapter. Here we go. This is what I call the special page. The page that comes after the enthralling title page that I created, mimicking every other author's title page, underlined with the utmost shameless self-promotion of my title as author, first-time author of this soon-to-be, of course, best-selling franchise and the creator of the Jet Parker universe. Watch out, Marvel. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Marvel. Love you, Marvel. Fist bump. Right then, the voice in your head says, wait, did he just say first-time author? And I sure did. And I And just like all broke writers, I had to edit it myself. So no promises. If the grammar's wrong, just tell yourself, yeah, that's how kids talk. But back to what I was saying about the impactful title page. I took it to the next level and put in the middle of a full white page and sacrificed all that space, just like the prose, to make sure you wouldn't miss it. Then the next page, which is this page, the special page, that we are already a quarter of the way down. In the bridge it is the bridge from the title or idea of the essence or table of contents of this book. That's right, I said it, the table of contents. And the bridge was built up and supported by the following who supported me, as well as those who inspired me to tell this story. Without these people, this book would just be a title page, just an idea that could have ended up on a dusty shelf of a million stories and ideas. These individuals gave me encouragement and support to make this finally happen. But because this is like a real official type of book, I'm going to put a period here. Well, at the end of the sentence, and then start the new paragraph, just to highlight these individuals. Follow me to the next paragraph, shall we? Hey, so you made it. That's great. Hope you didn't get lost. Now, if you're ready for the thank you train, then hop on board. I, Doc Skinner, wish to thank first my Lord and Savior for letting me get up each day and live the life he has blessed me with. To my mother, my number one fan, for pushing me to write a children's book. My stepdad and my grandmother for believing me and being my biggest supporters, being there when times were tough. The Mad Ravens, your team was the inspiration for this story. Thank you. A major thanks to Nia Peebles, Alan Levy, and Steve Savage for pushing me to write this when at a time I mentioned it at a film festival to them. It was just a thought from earlier in the day that eventually turned into this and hopefully a huge movie franchise. I'm grateful to my mentor, Martina Webster, her husband, Darren Webster, and their daughter, Delia Faulkner, for inspiring me to write and teaching me so much about being a producer, director, screenwriter, and now an author. To Ronnie Collins for believing in me from the very beginning. Jeff Reynolds and Tammy Gustafson for investing in the film's pre-production. A huge thank you goes out to the man that has become a real friend and mentor over the years, and that is Brad Martin, for telling me to swipe the knee and launching the story in a better direction. To Leonid Volkov, Matei Faith, Malachi Diath, and Reagan Tetlow, for your believing in this project and me, and for having the unbelievable patience these past 5 years. Your mastery dedication to the art of body flight will become legend. I hope this story brings attention to body flight sports it deserves. Just know it will pay off soon. And a big corporate thank you to Manda Makuza and all the staff and executives at iFly headquarters and locations worldwide. Without all of you and the countless flyers and skydivers who've never settled for and always keep going, as well as you reading this book right now, this would just have been a thought and nothing more. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you, including the one who is reading this right now. Just know the bridge created from your support helped turn a dream into a reality. Well, fictional reality, kind of. I mean, these characters are based on real people, but when the movie comes out, you watch the bonus features and documentary about these amazing athletes that inspired this story. Remember, as long as we all lift each other up, we will all rise together. Now on with the story.
Woo! I gotta give you some snaps. Some snaps. That was fantastic. And I love how you read it. I mean, you acted it out. You were, so many people read their excerpts and they read it with such a monotone voice. You really read it. You acted. It was you. Now, is this a film that's going to be, since you used AI characters? Yes, Martina B. Webster, bravo, is right. Beautiful, Jeff Reynolds. Yes. And fantastic, yes. And it's so wonderful that you put Martina and Jeff in there, who are the only people I know. Oh, did you say Delia was in there too? I thought I heard Delia.
Yeah, Delia and Darren, her husband. And if you don't know, and you're in the film industry, I would go on IMDb and look up Brad Martin. Brad Martin? Yeah, he was his first day on the job as a stuntman was doubling George Clooney as Batman. And then he went on to Spider-Man, and now he's the number 3 stuntman on the planet and huge action director. He did the new Dungeons and Dragons, all this stuff. And he has been with me since the beginning. He's the one that told me, break Jet's knee so he has a character arc to overcome. And
Albert, can you go back to that comment? I want Doc to know that Liz Walburn said, "Bravo, Doc." Do you know Liz Walburn?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was so
And
sweet to help promote. Thank
Paul
you.
Marsh, it's so
Dear friend, yeah.
so genuine. Oh my God. You just got some fans out there, Doc Skinner. Some fans. Well, I want to ask you, I'm so curious about your beginning. So when did you first realize that you wanted to work in the entertainment industry? And as what? Because you are a multi-hyphenate. So what was the first thing that you wanted to do? And when did you realize it? Were you a little kid or?
Well, yeah, since the age of 4 or 5, I grew up with a mom who had the kids always put on a show when everybody came over. So we do a lot of lip syncing and stuff, using a racquetball racket as a guitar and all this.
Yeah.
So performing was like bred into me, right?
Uh-huh.
And then when I was 15, I was working at Six Flags Over Texas, and I was working at their Music Mill Amphitheater, big, huge outdoor amphitheater in the park for concerts. And there was this big country band that came and performed on this big outdoor stage. And, I'm nervous. It's my first day. I'm just standing around, not knowing what to do.
Oh.
And my boss said, "I need you to take a quad box to the slide guitar." I didn't know what a slide guitar was, and I didn't know what a quad box was, which is just a square box with 4 plugs to.
Oh, okay.
That's like a splitter or a power strip. That was actually before power strips, and so I grab it and I go up. I'm on the back of this side of the stage, and I go up to where the slide guitar player, he's not playing this song, so he has a break, right?
Yeah.
And I just go up and I go, "Sir, I'm supposed to bring this to you," and he goes, "Okay." You don't know how to hook it up? I was like, I'd be afraid to, it's your stuff. So he hooks it all up, let me watch him. And he goes, "Is this your first day to do anything like this?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." He goes, "You think you're ready for it?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "Entertainment." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Do me a favor, and I want you to slowly look this direction." And I turn my head, and there's over 5,000 people staring at me.
Oh my God!
I'm in the back of the band, with crouch, but still, they're all looking in my direction.
Wow.
And right then, I said, "I'm doing this for life." I said, "I this was so." And then when I got my first applauses and doing school plays, it's kind of the spirit of Sauce Fierce just enters you.
It's true. The first time I made that decision was in 3rd grade when they forced me to be in a play, and I was a cannibal, and I didn't even know what a cannibal was, but I said,
Jesus Christ, what school did you go to?
And I'm stirring the pot. Little did I know that it was people that I was stirring in the pot. And now it's like, what the hell? But and when I got the applause, I was like, oh my God, what's this feeling? I feel titillated. I feel like I'm floating. So like you,
it's an affirmation you don't normally get.
I don't know why, but we liked it. Now, what steps did you take? This is, for tips, advice, and resource information for the audience. What steps did you take to get started on your journey once you decided, that's it, I'm going to entertainment? And I also want to know what obstacles you faced and how you overcame them.
Okay. Boy, that's
just one.
No, that's fine. It's fine. What first one more time? What was the first question?
When you decided to get started, you said, "Oh, I know I want to work in the entertainment industry. Yeah. What am I going to do to get started?"
Okay. So first thing I did is the first couple years in school, I always did like the spring programs. The very first time I actually performed on stage was 1st grade. 2 other boys, one on each side of me, were on this side podium stage from the main stage in the cafeteria, area. And each of us had a verse from Eye of the Tiger. And we sang Eye of the Tiger. And when the applause happened again, I was like, wow, because it was really hard. That first,
Yeah,
it's like jumping out of a plane. You gotta
it
just
is.
do it.
It is. Yeah.
So it went from there. And then as I got a little older, when I was 14, 15, I begged my mom to help enroll me in the Dallas Children's Television and Film Workshop.
Oh,
And almost all those kids that go to that school, when they're with the little ones, they were
uh-huh.
all on the Barney show, because Barney, the guy that played Barney, was one of our acting teachers. His name was Dave.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So
The real Barney.
really, really fun guy. But yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'm sitting
That's
here. I got some really funny responses, but I'm like,
wow.
behave.
Well, that's fantastic if you get to meet Barney. And now Doc is a
Oh,
great singer and songwriter. Oh my God, are you, Doc? Did you write any
I,
of the
I,
songs
I
for hashtag
no,
Blessed?
no, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
Well, where can
no.
we see your songs?
Oh,
Oh, she's put you on the spot. Never
yeah.
mind. You
No,
think
no.
about
Well, I had a stroke a few years ago, and
that.
after that happened, it was, how Mel Tillis had a stutter, but when he sang, he didn't have a stutter. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Olivia Newton-John, she was Australian,
yeah.
but when she sang, she sounded American. You know,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
now when I try to sing, it comes out. I can't. It's like
Really?
I'm tripping over the words, so I can't get them fast enough to come out. But if it's a slower song, I can kind of keep up with that. But I can't do any Eminem raps right now.
Oh, well,
So it's just
who
too much.
can? Not many people
Yeah.
can. Well, maybe you can write a song for one of Martina or Linda Palmer's films. That now that they already know that you are, so maybe you can write a Christmas song. Now, with you being a career multi hyphenated, what was your first love? Because was it as an actor? Because I wasn't really sure what you were saying. Was it that you wanted to be an actor or a director or a producer, or what did you want to do your very first?
It was, well,
I think an actor, because you were telling me you
yeah,
were in the
it's 'cause
play.
I was
Yeah.
always making stories up and being creative, and they called it lying, but I, I would make stuff up, and I was really good at it.
Right.
And I love performing. And then in 92, 93, that's when I joined the Batman stunt show. Fell
Oh,
in love with stunt work. Um, actually, before that, before that, I was actually managing a band called Channel 69 out of Dallas, and they're still around. Great guys.
uh-huh.
One of them does all the music for SpaceX, for all the videos and film and stuff. Great,
Right.
great guys. Um,
SpaceX is in like Elon Musk.
yeah, Elon
Tesla.
Musk, SpaceX. Yeah,
Oh, he works there now.
he was with Elon in the very beginning, and he's been with him
Yeah.
ever since. So,
My
um,
cousin Nikki Nicole, she the one who just commented on your stuff. She also works at Tesla. So she loves working there. And I always say, I want to work in Tesla too. I want to work at
yeah,
Tesla. But because I love Elon Musk being a forerunner and really taking our space program to where
mhm.
it is now. And God knows what he's going to do with it. But
And
yeah,
I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. I got
yeah.
a one Easter surprise about that. Um, so the band was going great. We were going on tours, my first tour, and we had a big, band bus van thing, and it was great. We had a great time. But then I found out I got accepted to Full Sail Center for the Recording Arts. It's now called Full Sail University in Orlando, Winter Park specifically, on the border of Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And it's the Juilliard school for behind the scenes, not performing. It's everything behind the camera, behind the mixing board, all of those people, the animators, the sound effects guys, the editors, all of that was
Right.
just, if you look up, it's the number one school on the planet. It started off when I was there were 300 students, and each student got to spend an hour with the founder. And this guy had a whiteboard wall, and you come in there as a new college student, you got all these problems, you broke, you need to pay bills, you gotta need a job, blah, blah, blah. He showed me a technique of note taking that Einstein used, and reason why a lot of people couldn't decipher his stuff at first. It's called mind mapping. Now they call them flow charts, but mind mapping is where you connect and you hit lines, and he did all this. He put my whole life together in an hour with a bunch of circles and lines. And then from there, you know, I got from school. I went open doors at Disney and SeaWorld, MGM Studios, Universal Studios in Orlando, working with some really big names. I was DJing at MGM Studios when the Mouseketeers were there, and it was Jessica Simpson, or not Jessica, Christina Aguilera, Britney, Justin, all that. But they were kids, you know. And so I would DJ on New York City Street, and as the sun's going down, and all the street atmosphere actors come out with Goofy and the skateboarder guy and the policeman in his car. And we do this whole scene from Fame where a cop comes up and say, you know, I got a complaint, noise complaint, but I'll let it go if you play my cousin's tape, you know, and I put it in with Fame. And that's when all the Mouseketeers and all the actors come out, and they're jumping on cars and dancing, having a great time. So I got to watch them grow and see what happened to them. And so I told you what to do, how to kind of get ahead in the business.
Yeah.
But the other thing, whoops, I'm so sorry. Where's my mute button? There we go. The video of Earl just accidentally started playing. What was I saying?
Yeah, we were talking about, I wanted to know about, I wanted to actually know about how you were working at Disney, and what did you do with Steven Spielberg, by the way?
I didn't work with Spielberg directly. It was a production of his at Universal Studios, and it was a TV show with Roy Scheider called Sequest DSV.
Yes, we love that show.
I was good friends with Jonathan Brandis then, and of course the Dark Side got him, and they put him in the movie with Rodney Dangerfield called is it Butterflies, where he had to dress up as a girl and play on a girls soccer team.
I didn't see
that. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it messed him up, and he's no longer with us. But we were both the same age. So
he was really affected by that greatly. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, he's no longer with us. And that's kind of a dark side is the stuff that you got to do to reach certain levels in this industry. And if someone's at a certain level, then you know that they had to do some things. Right. And unfortunately, the truth is all coming out now, how the industry is. Every industry has bad apples. Okay. Yeah. And I still love doing movies. It's not like I'm like, entertainment's bad and evil, which there is some darkness to it, but there's also light. Like you have PureFlix and Angel Studios putting on these amazing films. And I'm trying to I'm thinking about talking to Angel Studios, as a matter of fact, for Fly, because it is a family-friendly story where each of the stories you grow like kids did with Harry Potter. So it will be a part of their childhood. That's the goal. And indoor skydiving is something that's enjoyed by kids 4 to 100 that compete in this. And a lot of people think it's just sitting there floating, and it's a beautiful art form. I actually pulled up some videos, if that's okay, if you wanted to just let them see. I even got the Earl video that you were talking about. We could show a little bit of that.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but Albert, do you know how to do that? Where you can, if he sends you. Oh, he's gonna do it.
I've already got it on the sharing thing, sharing the window. You just have to open it up.
Well, you're way beyond me technically. I have no idea, but do it if you want it.
So have him add my screen that I have there, and I'll play 2 or 3 things for you real quick. Knock them out.
Did you hear what Doc said? Okay. And while he's doing that, I just wanted to briefly know when you were working with giants like Disney and Universal Studios and Steven Spielberg, what were those experiences like, and what lessons stuck with you the most? One lesson that you learned.
All right. I will tell you this. I don't know who I've told this story to. My very first movie was shot in Los Colinas Studios in Dallas. and it was called Leap of Faith with Steve Martin.
Okay.
Also had Liam Neeson from Taken, the girl from Officer and a Gentleman, a young kid actor, and Meatloaf.
Oh,
Remember Meatloaf? All
I
right.
love him.
Now, I'm a kid. Okay, I'm a kid. I don't know what I'm doing. So we're not filming at a moment, so we're kind of just taking a break. And the night before, I was talking to my sister, who was in Santa Barbara at Santa Barbara University for a weight loss camp, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she called and she goes, "You'll never believe who my roommate is." And I'm like, "Who?" She goes, "Meatloaf's daughter." And I'm like, "No way! I'm working on a movie with Meatloaf right now, actually. Tomorrow." And so that day, the next day, he's on the payphone. We had these things called payphones back in the day, and he was on the payphone by the wall, and he's about done with his call. And I said, "Hello, sir." He goes, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Hi, my name is Doc. I was curious. How's your daughter enjoying camp?" And he just, "I'll call you back." Hangs the phone up and walks away.
What?
So I'm like, don't ambush people.
Yeah, that's a good
You
lesson.
know who you are. You're talking about their kid and stuff, but I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, but you didn't know. You thought you were being nice. Actually, that's a very polite question to ask. It really is. I
At the
mean,
same time, though, kind of creepy.
people,
This is before the
yeah,
internet.
and then it'd be like, "Oh, is he asking about my daughter?"
Yeah.
So your new book series, Fly, debuted earlier this year. There it is. And what inspired the concept, and what message do you hope readers will take away from this book?
All right. Well, first off, let's look at the inspiration.
Yeah.
It all happened in Idlewild, California, at the Idlewild Film Festival.
Ah,
We had Hangover, or not Hangover, wrong movie, Turnover.
turnover. Okay.
Only two different movies.
Yes.
So, Martina and I, we had an Airbnb. The girls are getting ready. I'm just sitting in the living room waiting, watching YouTube videos. And I see this video, and if you can add it real quick, I'll show this to you.
Albert, can you add it? I don't know how to do
Here we
that.
go. All right. And this is what I watched. We're just watch this, a few minutes of it.
Okay. Albert? Oh, he doesn't have sound? No sound?
Oh, wait, there's no sound?
Yeah, he's saying there's no sound.
All right, hold on. Let me do it again. Share screen. Also share audio. Okay. So hopefully that will work. All right, let's try this again. From its heart. You fire out and it's right in front of me. You fire out and it's right in front of me. Bluey butter, your fire will love. Do you mind from keep away? No words that ignite the flame. Our words will ignite the flame. Now you're about to see something that defies physics. You have the fire out and it's right in front of me. You have the fire out and it's right in front of me. There it is. Then the exit is amazing. So, hello? Are you there? All right. Well, I guess I'll just be doing this myself. All right. Okay. So this is Leonid Volkov. He's one of the main characters in the storyline, and he is the Jedi Master of body flight. What happened? Are you still there? I lost you. Hello? Hello? Well, folks, it looks like I'm alone on this show. I can't even show the video. Bummer. Maybe they'll just have to reconnect, and I'm sure they'll be back in just a moment. But it's not letting me go up on the screen. But hopefully, you guys can hear me. And let's see. Thinking at 4D literally, it's just okay. That was super cool. Thank you, Dalia. It's what inspired it. While I was, waiting for your mom and everybody to get ready for the private party we were going to for producers and directors. And so, and you guys can't hear me, right? Okay. I don't know what's going on with the screen, but anyway, so go to this party. It's a producer director party, and I get starstruck by Nia Peebles, who used to be on Walker Texas Ranger, and she was a musician, a singer. And so, yeah, I got starstruck and fumbled over words. When she asked what I do, I said, "Oh, I'm a producer director." She goes, "What are you working on?" I said, "This movie. I think you'd be great for it." She goes, "Really? What's it about?" And I froze. And immediately I thought of that video that you just saw. And oh, good, you can hear me good. I said, have you ever wanted to fly? And so I start just going on with this story. And like 10 minutes in, I just had to stop because I was, I'm just making this stuff up as I go. And Alan Levy, who did TV shows like Magnum PI, Love Boat, Airwolf, CSI, this and that. He's standing on my left and Steve Savage is on my right and Nia Peebles is in the middle. And they're all like, he says, "This is great American wholesome entertainment. You didn't make this film, Doc." And Steve says, "Yeah, you should do that." And then Nia said, "Can I give you my number? I'm interested." And I was shaking. So I had to hand her the phone. I couldn't dial her number. And then I get in the car with Martina and the gang, and I'm giddy as a schoolboy because I just got Nia Peebles' phone number. I was all excited. And then I thought, God, I'm gonna have to write this. So I go home and I study and I research everything.
Oh,
and then I find this. Are you good?
Well, I just came back. Were you aware that we were off the air? When we tried to play the video, we got totally disconnected.
Oh,
hold on.
Everybody was hearing me, so at least I kept the show going for you.
Oh, good. Guess when I come back, here, fix this.
Oh, okay. I just thought you shrunk.
No, no. We see my Christmas tree. Martina and I love Christmas. I keep it up all year.
Do you have the thing that air thing lifts your chair up a little bit? Because it's kind of like, remember the cartoon Ziggy hanging over the wall?
Oh yeah. Oh, were you talking? Because
the whole time, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Because
I kept it going.
The air, I couldn't hear anything. As soon as we tried to play the video, it disconnected us completely.
Oh, well, they saw it. They saw it.
What were you seeing? What were you seeing when I was off the air?
Oh, it was just a blue screen, the little background. That was it.
Good. But you kept talking. Oh, yes, thank God. You know how to keep it going. All right. I like it. All right.
Okay. Yeah, no dead air here. So.
Delia, that was super cool. Did you show something, Paul Marsh? Did you show something while I was gone? I
was getting ready to. I was going to show you Leonid Volkov, who's three-time world champion. Oh. And where is it? Here we go. And share. But I wanted to show you. I call him in the book the Jedi Master of Body Flight because he can control the air like nothing. So if you can pull this up, I'll show this to you real quick.
What is body flight?
Body flight is the sport of skydiving, wingsuits, indoor skydiving, jetpacks, paragliders, what do they call it? The big triangle thing you fly on,
Oh,
gliders.
parasail,
Yeah,
paraglide.
parasailing, anything that requires you to be above the ground.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, I
yeah,
understand
it's
now.
body flight. Yeah.
Oh, I
So
see. Oh my God. Okay. So you were so inspired by that particular art that's why you created the book series Fly, right? And that
well, yeah,
yeah.
I was telling how the story came about by accident because I was starstruck by Nia Peebles and Alan Levy, and I froze up, and she goes, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a producer director," because we were at a producer director party. I didn't want to get me and Martina in trouble.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Oh, what are you working on?" I said, "Oh, this project would be great. You'd be great for it." I didn't even. It was not even a millisecond. I just started talking, and then at the end, I'm like, "What did I just say?"
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Really? What's it about?" And immediately I went to that video in my head that I played, and I just said, "Have you ever wanted to fly?" And so
Oh,
I
okay.
start just making this story up on the fly, and they're sitting here thinking I've written this script already because it's
Oh
so
my
elaborate.
God.
And then
What?
at the end, that's when Alan Levy, who did CSI and all those great shows, Magnum PI, Love Boat, and all, he goes, "That's great American wholesome entertainment, Doc. We need that America. You need to write this film." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then Steve Savage agreed, and then Nia said, "I'm interested. Can I give you my number?" And that's when I almost, blood went cold. I mean, heart stopped, and I was like, "Here," and I handed her the phone so she could give it to me. And then when I got in the car, I was giddy about the phone number, but then I was like, I got to write this. So I studied, I researched, and I discovered this man, Leonid Volkov from St. Petersburg, Russia, 3-time world champion. This guy trains all the world's elite flyers because he is like, he's the Yoda of indoor body flying. And
I
what?
bet
So
he,
here,
I bet he worked with Tom Cruise. So let's watch it real quick. It's only
just
2
real quick.
minutes. So
Yeah.
that's good. So start it from the beginning because we didn't see that.
Leonid Volkov from Russia, the showman.
Nobody else except his understudy does this. Everybody else just goes there. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful.
Wow, yeah.
Let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my time, it came from. Hey, you make me a believer, believer.
Wait for it. Here we go.
Wow. Oh my
Flies backwards up the
Amazing. Wow.
And he's still performing.
Not quite.
Unbelievable.
So that's Leo.
Oh wow. I've been trying to get Albert, my husband, to do that where they have something at Universal City Walk. It's called iFly, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get him
iFly is actually the producer of the film. They're saving me about $500,000 of flight time. Yeah. So in exchange, I convinced them that instead of having just iFly in the background for product placement, I said, get a chunk of the pie forever, So now I just got to get the other half to cover the cost of the cast and crew, and we're ready to go.
Isn't that something? So how can people help get this film made? What are you recommending they do? Because who wouldn't want to be a part of it?
Right. And it's epic because it's never been done before. It's the first time ever there's been a feature film about the sport of indoor skydiving. It's been neglected for forever. For over 35 years it's been around. Now, other parts of the world, it's huge. It's just as big as football or baseball. Whereas here, we're stuck on football and baseball and basketball and golf. You know, that's it. So the idea is to bring this movie to the American people and go, hey, check this out. 4 and up to 100 can do this competitively. These kids travel all over the world training. The biggest indoor skydiving facilities in Dubai, and you can have like 30 or 40 people in there. It's just massive, gigantic.
Oh, in the same tube tank.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the small one. It's like the biggest one in the world.
Wouldn't they run into each other and bump into each other?
That's why they practice, and they do most of it upside down.
Oh,
that's the thing. They do it upside down.
Oh my God!
So here's the beauty of this story, is that the story was originally written in kind of like a vibe of like Karate Kid, you know, good boy, good guys, bad guys, and it kind of flourished into bigger and better things. But Leo and I were doing a video call, and he's rushing it, and we're talking about who we wanted to get involved in the film. And he goes, you know, you need to come to Rush. You need to come to Spain. Spain it's our version of the Olympics. It's called the Win Games. You got to come. The Win Games. And I'm like, where is it? He goes, it's in Spain. And I'm like, I've never been overseas that direction. You know, I've been all here and all down the islands, South America, never over in Europe. And so I agreed to it. And so it was January 15th through the 20th, I think it was. And when I got there, which was really wild because the script was written, okay, the first draft of it, and there's a scene where Jet Parker is given an address by Skylar Jenkins, the really hot girl in school that he just met because he's a new kid, and she asked if he liked to fly, and he's thinking like planes and stuff. So he goes and he ends up at this iFly, and all the iFlies, you have to go up a set of stairs to the next floor because they have all the tanks stuff below, and it was as if though I was living that moment in my script, walking in there, never being in one of these facilities before, not really truly understanding it. You know, I'm just kind of like, I'm a poser, you know, just trying to learn this stuff. And then once I got up the stairs, and this place is packed, bunch of people all over the world, right? And that these TV crew members came over in their black, you know, outfits and their little headsets and like, are you Doc Skinner? And I'm like, what? Yes. And like, can you come with me? I'm like, how do you know who I am? I just got here. It's Spain. I didn't come with nobody that knows me. I mean, what's going on? I'm like, no. We've all been following you on your Facebook or your YouTube page. We want to interview you? I'm like, oh my gosh. So Regan Tetlow, who is like the Howard Cosell of body flight sports. I mean, he is the sportscaster for all body flight sports.
Right.
And so he's talking to me and you know, we're doing an interview and everything. And all these parents and kids are coming up going, you know, here you're making a movie. You got to make this movie. We really need it. You know, the kids need it and all this stuff. And I'm like, God, put the pressure on me. So I kept going with it. And then I realized that there was no animosity in this sport. There's no, we're number one, you suck. You know, there's no, all this, it's none of that we are accustomed to.
Yeah.
It's flyers cheering each other on, even the ones competing against them, and having a great time. There's never hard feelings because they can win the next one.
Right.
And they all encourage and uplift one another. Doesn't matter their age, their size, their what country they're from. They're all on the same page. And it was the freaking most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed in sports. And I said, this has got to be a major part of the story, because think about it. Indoor skydiving stemmed from skydiving. All right. Yeah. In skydiving, it's like a brotherhood and a sisterhood, not like fraternity kind of thing, but it's each of your lives are in each other's hands.
Yeah.
There's this trust, this unbelievable family trust between skydivers.
Right.
Then when when this French Canadian, I forgot his, I can't say it right now. Damn it, it's in the book. Read the book. Wanted his kids to experience skydiving, but they were children. So he knew about this story, which I do a little. There's a camp scene where the kids are camping, and Jet's like, man, I wonder what it was like to be the first guy to indoor skydive. And Zoe McAdams, whose father owns the facility, she goes, oh, I can tell you exactly who that is. And she starts talking about him, how they were working on this top secret program called the Apollo missions. And they were creating the parachutes for the reentry for the capsule. And so they created a little air tunnel, but it only went like 30, 40 miles an hour because the big parachutes would be slow and everything. So he learned to speed it up. But the guy that was working on it, the parachute reentry, they were working long hours. You know, top secret programs, that's just how they run, right? Well, he got a little delirious and he told his partner, hey, turn this puppy on. I think I can fly. They turn it on and he jumps over it. We're not talking, there's no net. I mean, yeah. And so he was
That's
the first
electrifying. Oh my God, I feel electrified. Now, so this is an electrifying journey, so I highly recommend you do that. But how did this story? Oh, George Castle says, "Hey Doc, hey George." How did this story come together, and what stage is the project currently in right now?
They come together. Well, I told you about the meeting in the party. That's how it started. And then when I got to Spain, I met all these amazing kids and their parents, and they all stayed in touch with me. And they've believed in me all these years. God, it's going on almost 9 years working on this project. God,
really?
Yeah. And so,
what's the budget for this thing?
I can't say.
Is it an animated film, or are these going to be real actors?
No, these are real actors. Flyers are going to be real flyers, and then we'll do DVD extra stuff that highlights just the kids. Because that was the whole point originally, was not to just do a big movie star film, you know, with big budget. It would highlight these kids and their talents. And show it to America and go, look, this is an amazing thing. Who hasn't wanted to fly? You know, Peter Pan or any of those, you know, kind of shows. And so this gives you that opportunity and the camaraderie.
What stage is the project in? I mean, when are we going to be able to see it? And where are you going to be debuting it? Obviously a film festival, but you know, what's your ultimate goal for the film?
Well, one major studio I can't name, but they're one of the top three. They love it, but they want to wait 2 years to see if it gets popular. I was like, it's been around. I wasn't there to interject. Unfortunately, I would have said, hey, it's the biggest thing all over the world except here, because we're stuck on football and baseball. And it's going to be huge once this movie gets out.
What is your goal now? Because you obviously don't want to wait, but one of the ways to get the studio to commit would be if you made the film and it did become a popular sport. So what is your goal? What is your plan for that now?
Well, if I've said this to a few people, but if I was there when that happened, I would have said, hey, if you guys can make people believe that a stick is magical as a wand, and that you can get people to believe that we're in an alternate reality with the Matrix and Potter, I think you guys can help make this sport popular. So we're waiting on that. If not, I'm looking at other studios. This is a contingency plan, but because the money hasn't come in. Now we do have half of the projects taken care of by iFly. That was the biggest chunk of the money for the budget, was renting out the place. And when I convinced them, like, look, instead of just being, you know, product placement, get a piece of the pie, they're like, oh, okay. So they said, well, you can have the facility. So
it's huge. Did you start a fundraising like GoFundMe, or is that still going?
I raised about $5,000, and then a week later, the world went on lockdown. So I had to return all the money.
You're talking way back in 2020?
Yeah, that's when I.
Oh, so have you started a new campaign?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, because the money didn't come through to film in July like we wanted to this year. Immediately, I took the script and I turned it into the book.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing with 2 and 3. I was hoping to get them done by the end of this month.
Okay.
I've been just a lot of other crap going on, but
Right.
yeah, the goal is before school starts to have all 3
Yeah.
books out, and then
Okay.
at Christmas I want to do just a very limited run of the book series, 3 books, as interactive pop-up books. Remember those?
Nice. Sounds
Yeah,
good. What does,
leather.
for those who don't know what an interactive pop-up book is, can you tell us?
Well, when you open up the pages, you have, I mean, it's kind of thick because it's not just a thin page for each page. It could be a thing where it has a little piece of paper you pull and a dragon jumps out,
Got
or you open it up and it creates like a castle, in the
Oh,
middle of the book. How the
cool.
pages
That
are
would
folded.
be
So when you open
great.
it, and
And
they were really big when I was a kid.
How many pages? Is it more oriented for children, teens, or is it a book for everyone? Like,
It's literally a book for everyone, but it is mostly focused on 15-year-olds in high school.
okay.
And the stuff that goes on in high school, falling in love and being
Yeah.
bullied and all that. The second story, Dancing with Gravity, takes place a year and a half, 2 years after COVID, and when everybody's off of lockdown, and they've missed the opportunity to go to the Win Games in Spain, and so they decide, well, we're going to do the European circuit tour of competing, and so they all get together and they raise money. They get on the radio show. They're trying to raise money for for the trip. They end up going, and we learn more about a mysterious character in the story known as Flyer X.
Right.
And Flyer X is a real human being that I met. And I
Mhm.
loved the concept so much that I
Wow.
gave him my cards. I want to put you in my film somehow. And he has now become a huge element to the story. And the story is like watching all those great movies back in the 80s, Spielberg and Lucas and
John.
Mel.
Mhm.
Yeah, all those great all rolled into this. There's a lot to twist and turn.
Martina just posted that the script is done, and all you need to do is to get funding. So what are your plans to get funding now? What are you doing that we can help you? I'm asking, so we know where to go. Do you have a GoFundMe, or do you have a Seed Spark, or how can we give you money?
I'm just looking. I just need a ski mask is someone that can drive really fast.
Okay, that much money, huh? Oh boy.
What I need is really the cost of a car commercial. I mean, I originally wrote it so that it would be cheap. All the locations except for the iFly are all in a 2-mile radius in Pine Top Lakeside. None of the locations' names have changed, and yeah, it's going to make the town.
Is it going to be like is it going to be a short film or a feature film?
Oh no, feature length, all 3 of them.
Feature length. And is Martina associated with the project? Martina Beat Webster, since she knows so much about it. How is she attached?
I actually wrote her in as a character. She's
going to be acting. Oh my God, that's wonderful.
I mean, I don't know if she wants to do it. Actually, I'll let her. But I'm just saying, I wrote in the script this heiress that owns a castle in Germany or Europe, and her name is Lady Martina Webster. It's Webster Castle. So that is my
God, she must love that.
None of this would have happened if she didn't take me to Idlewild with her, or have me in Turnover. So I remember way back when people do things and I want to pay them back. The only way I can, because I'm broke all the time. So I put him in stories like Jeff. I got him as one of the coaches.
Producer. Oh, Martina says she's one of the producers. Oh, good.
Well, yes, she is one of the
producer too. I'm throwing my hat in the.
Fantastic.
What is it
called? Talk to Martina. She does all that paperwork and contracts and stuff for me.
Yeah, she does. I'll talk to Martina about that. So once you get the funding, then you will start the film, which I'm excited about. So I'm sure Martina, who is very detail oriented, methodical, she will let me know and let everybody else know and start promoting the film. But I imagine that's going to be after the film that she's working on now, which is The Christmas Witch, because I believe that they're in the funding stage as well. They're shooting, and I think, I could be wrong, I'm not sure.
She's actually doing it smart. She's doing it in segments, not all at once.
Yeah, you know, like, and that's very smart. Very smart. Get the funding, shoot the segment.
Do that part. Get the funding for the next one. Do that part.
Absolutely, that's the way to get the money done. Get the funding to get it done. And you know, a lot of people, Doc, I'm sure you've experienced this. I am very selective about who I get involved with to be a producer or to invest or whatever, because a lot of times, and this is information for everyone listening, a lot of people just want to get a credit on IMDb. They will ask for money to shoot the film. They will shoot the film if they're lucky, and then it'll just sit on the shelf. They got the credit, they move on to something else. The cast doesn't get any exposure, the crew doesn't get any exposure, and the film is just never known. So Martina Beat Webster, Linda Palmer, they are two people that I can say will never do that to you. They will never abandon a project. So people out there, don't just donate money to people who you don't know, because a lot of people have an idea, but not everybody can execute it. It's good in theory, but you got to have somebody that knows how to execute it. And Martina and the Palmer, my God, they, I swear I've never seen, and I've worked with, and I've worked with professional people that are A-list people, and they can't get it done the way Martina and Linda do. Now let's move on about, you've also stepped behind the camera to direct my lovely Sir Earl Toon. This man is wonderful.
I'll pull it up for you right now.
His Christmas video. Oh, good. Yeah, I want to see that. Now, this earned honors at the Cannes Film Festival. So my question is, how did that collapse? Oh, don't go over 2 hours. Okay. Where am I now? I'm getting a time check. What? Well, so I only have how many minutes before 20 minutes? Is that the cutoff for it to create the short? Okay, because you know, if you go over 2 hours, YouTube won't create that automatic short when you do an interview. Because that's just the thing. Okay, Sir Earl. So I want to know how the collaboration came about and what was the most rewarding thing about it for you.
Oh, well,
and you're managing him, right? You're his manager.
I'm his road manager. When he goes on the road, I go with him.
Road manager. Okay.
For him. Yeah.
Let's see that video. Let's see it. You got it.
Just have him share the screen.
I never saw that.
There we go. All right. Here we go.
All right. Oh my God, I love that.
All this was shot in Pine Top Lakeside in 2 days.
I know this was in the cabin. One of Martina's.
Or put under my tree.
Oh no.
This gift can't be wrapped up in a bow.
Let's go from #glass.
What I'm longing for to be born at any store. It could change the life of every boy and girl. Oh, I want for Christmas is to feel the dreams and wishes.
If you
to get to the ones in need. This is all I want for Christmas. Oh, each year goes by so quickly. It's time I check this off my list. Whether young or rich or poor, I wish for you to hold the light inside. Feel the magic at Christmas time. I hope that every child has a twinkle in their eye. All I want for Christmas is to feel the dreams and wishes to give to those who matter most, the ones in need. This is all I want for Christmas. Oh, the best gifts are always held in our hearts, not in our hands. Ooh. All I want for Christmas is to feel the dreams and wishes to give to those who matter most, the ones in need. This is all I want for Christmas. All I want for Christmas.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And Martina helped with all the special effects and stuff,
Of
like the snake mix and all
course.
that stuff.
Martina does everything. She is a fairy, a super magical fairy. Okay, so to wrap it up, what exactly do you want us to do? How can we help you in any way with anything? We, the audience.
$1 million. No, buy the book. Buy the book, because the money from the book, if I could sell enough,
Buy
that
the
will
book.
fund it.
Where
Yeah.
can we buy that? Where can we buy
On
that?
Amazon, Kindle. You can also get it at my new bookstore online, and it's let me pull it up. It's called mybook.com/cinematic pages. I think that's it.
There you
Look.
go.
I gotta put a K on there. That would help. This is my boo.
Well, if they go to your social media pages, they'll find links, right? You got links up there.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
just put and fly it all over the place. But Amazon, Kindle, you can get it. I'll be working on the audiobooks as well, and then I'm gonna have the books translated into 28 languages. And then with hopefully the help of AI, I can have my audiobook also translated into multiple languages, 28 languages as well.
That's
So, and all my books and my movies all have like hidden stuff everywhere, because fans
Easter
love to
eggs.
take movies and connect them, like all the
Right.
Cloverfield movies, or this movie is connected to this movie.
Right.
Supernatural with the dad and Walking Dead. These connections, and so I put that stuff on purpose everywhere, but it's so subtle you have to watch it twice sometimes to catch it.
Well, if they go to your website, 1028, is it a hyphen?
A little
Production?
minus sign, whatever you call it.
Okay, 1028productions.com. You can find them at Facebook, Doc, that's DOC Skinner, SKINNER, 1028. He's on Facebook at Fly the Rise of Jet Parker, and on YouTube, 1028 Productions, and also on imdb.com. Please go and give him a little thumb, subscribe to his YouTube channel. And I want one of your books. I will buy one of your books. I'll buy all 3 of your books. So let me know how to do it. Send me the link, PM me.
I will.
And I want mine autographed.
Yes, ma'am.
Priscilla.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
ILLA, and I want something robust. Something robust. I remember when I told David Schwimmer, I said, can you I was in one of his films, he was executive producer, and I was with Steve Perry of Journey, and I said to David said, well, I won't tell you what he said. But anyway, he said, how do you want me to address it? And I said, to Priscilla, who's hot and happening. And he said, you're serious? You want me to write that? And so I thought, I'm going to tell everybody that, because I like to think I still look 29. So if you don't mind, to Priscilla.
I'll even tell you. I'll tell you what I'm even going to write. So a lot when there's autographing, it's just their name or just best wishes. And when you show that somebody, they know you stood in line at Comic-Con or whatever, right, at a bookstore. So what I'm doing, I've already done this on a couple books on autograph.
Wait a minute. Is this true, Doc? Buy the book and become involved as a producer with a profit share? What is that about?
I think she means or become involved. I don't know if it's and, but yeah, buy the book. And if you want to be, we have shares in the movie, profit shares.
I'm like, wow, we can get a share if we just buy a book. I'm all
yeah.
No, but yeah, and how would we find out about that? You do have all this information on these sites, right? So we can go there immediately after we end the show.
I just need to put together, like, if someone wants to donate or whatever. I just, after COVID and politics and war and all this stuff, it's like, I'm broke, so I know people are broke too, and it's really been hard for me to ask. That's why I need help. I need people that can do certain things for me, because I know where my weaknesses are. That's why I have like Martina help me with legal stuff and contracts, because I spaz out. It's too much for me.
Well, if Martina's working with you, she'll get it done. I don't know how she's going to do it, but she'll get it done. You're not going to be one of those people that starts a movie and then, I don't have any funding. Bye. Sorry.
Well, it took Ryan Reynolds. Took Ryan Reynolds 7 years to get Deadpool made, so I'm in good company.
That's true. That's true. All right, sweetie. Well, we got your social media links out there. So if you want to help Doc Skinner, the one and only, the Skin Man, Skin on Fire. What was that? It was oh God, I was going to call you something else, but I don't know you well enough. But it was cute. We'll have to see. Now, so we want to thank you so much for being on the show, and you gave such great advice and tips to people. Young people need to hear from experienced people like you. So when you get that film done, come back on the show. We'll promote it, and we want to hear all about it. Would you come back?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Well, say goodbye to your fans, Mr. Doc Skinner.
Well, thank you, everybody, for watching tonight's show. And remember, as long as we all lift each other up, then we can all rise together.
I love that. And thank you, Martina Beat Webster, for watching the whole entire show. We loved you being here with your comments.
Yep. And Jeff and Paul and everybody.
And Jeff Reynolds and Dalia and Paul Marsh. I don't know him, but I remember his name, and Mr. B and friends. And thank you all for tuning in. I don't remember meeting him. I think we had very little contact, but he's such a wonderful presence. And I hope I get to meet you in person, because you are a joy and you're so down to earth, genuine. You're sensational.
Thank you. You're so sweet. You're a sweetheart. Thank you.
Killer. Thank you so much. And thank everybody for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on Question Reality. Bye.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona.
Yep. There we are.